your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good evening to you on this Monday. It has been kind of an overcast, gray day. A lot of cloud cover around. No precipitation falling from those clouds here. We're going to keep those clouds around for a good part of tomorrow as well. Maybe see a little bit of sunshine in there. Temperatures tonight are in the mid to upper 30s across the region, and we're not going to fall off a whole lot more. Tonight, calm conditions will be in those low to mid 30s for much of tonight. We're actually going to see a nice warm-up the next couple of days. 50s return, but we've got a big Arctic blast heading our way. It's going to result in single-digit temperatures and maybe more snow. We'll talk about that coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
From WCIA 3 News.
The speed limit, I believe, is 40, and it's easy to get going 60, 65 through here.
Which makes it dangerous. What law enforcement is doing to change that.
Plus, one woman was found dead after a house fire, why police are now leading the investigation.
Safety continues to be an issue. What neighbors here tonight are doing to try to change that.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
We begin with breaking news tonight, and since 5 o'clock, new evidence shows the PIATT County Board knew about the board chair's crimes and did nothing about it.
To get you up to speed, the PIATT County Board chair was arrested today, and that came hours after a grand jury indicted Ray Spencer on 4 felony charges. Court documents say Spencer forged an email from the county state's attorney, making it appear like she had given legal advice that she didn't actually give. They also say he tried to hire an outside lawyer on behalf of the county. He can't legally replace the state's attorney with another lawyer, but court documents say he tried. That attempt cost the county nearly $10,000. Documents also say the entire county board knew about his conduct and let Spencer remain chair. Spencer faces 2 counts of official misconduct and 2 counts of forgery. He could face 2.5 to 5 years in prison per charge if convicted. Spencer has been the board chair since 2018. You can read more about what he's accused of doing at WCIA.com. We have new information on a deadly fire in Springfield. The coroner says the death of a woman found inside is now being investigated as a murder. The fire happened in a home on South State near Cook Streets early Saturday morning. Abby Niesler died. The coroner says someone killed her before the fire started. Police are now investigating.
In Danville, an apartment fire has displaced more than a dozen people. It happened Friday night at a complex on Garden Drive off Bowman Avenue. The fire started in a kitchen and spread through the wall. Crews spent 5 hours there and were called back Sunday night when it rekindled. Now the Red Cross is helping those people find another place to stay. Danville fire crews have been busy responding to 8 fires since the new year. One business in Hoopeston is trying to regroup after a large fire last night. Police and fire were sent after 8 for a fire at McCord Trucking. The fire was electrical and started in the dash of one of the trucks. 2 other cars in the garage were destroyed, but they say the actual structure should be sound enough to use again. No one was hurt in the fire.
Officers in Danville are targeting speeders along one stretch of road. The area they're focusing on is Denmark Road and Dallas Bowman Bridge. That's right off of North Logan Avenue. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in our newsroom. So, Courtney, why would they target that area specifically?
Well, Jennifer, police say someone called in to complain about speeders on that stretch, and police took that call seriously and decided to look into it themselves.
This is a stretch where the driveways are very dangerous to pull out of and into. An accident could happen in just a blink of an eye.
It didn't take Neil Phelps long to realize that drivers on Denmark Road tend to take the hills quickly.
The speed limit, I believe, is 40, and it's easy to get going 60, 65 through here.
But recently, he's noticed something else. Police officers patrolling. They chose the area after getting complaints about speeders.
It's pretty wide open, a long stretch where you come down one hill on both sides, basically. We went, we ran some radar, we did some enforcement, and we found that vehicles were traveling about 20 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Commander Terry McCord says they're handing out tickets, but they're there for a bigger reason.
And that's not our goal, to go out and write a bunch of tickets. What we want to do is just slow people down and make it safe.
Instead, it's prevention.
If you look at some of our statistics in Danville as far as crashes and what causes it, a major part of the crashes are because of speed. You can probably talk to some people who've been involved with accidents, or families or friends that have been involved in accidents because of speeds, from minor injuries all the way up to possibly costing lives. So that's why we take it serious.
And people like Phelps are glad they're doing it.
People just need to be aware of this hill and that the blind spots along this hill, and that, you know, accidents happen fast, and we don't, any of us want to be involved in any.
And police have issued around 15 tickets in the last few weeks by targeting that specific area. They say they get complaints regularly about speeders throughout the city and do their best to patrol those specific areas more. Reporting live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, hopefully it makes a difference. Courtney, thank you. Now, you may see more state troopers on the roads this week. They're raising awareness of the Move Over law to mark 1 year since Trooper Christopher Lambert's death in the line of duty. Lambert was hit while at the scene of a 3-car crash on I-294. In total, 27 trooper squads were hit while they were parked alongside highways. That's more than all ISP crashes of the same kind from 2016 through 2018 combined.
It means a lot to all of us troopers, all law enforcement, anywhere. Move over. If you see those emergency lights, try to move over. Slow down. Pay attention.
Troopers want to remind drivers you need to move over for stranded cars on the side of the road as well, not just for emergency responders. This year, Illinois has increased the fine for failing to move over to at least $250 for a first offense. Champaign-Urbana leaders hope a more direct approach helps slow down gun violence.
Through the Walk as One program, members of the Community Coalition are going to specific neighborhoods to host forums for people living there. The one tonight is happening in a place that's seen quite a bit of violence. WCIA 3's Emily Braun is live there now. Emily?
Paul, they're just getting started now, and they're expecting a turnout of about 30 to 40 people. They're doing this because Country Brook Apartments have seen at least several shootings in the recent months. And just as you said, this is just one example of a series of neighborhood forums they're hosting. The Community Coalition took a close look at where specifically violence is happening. The neighborhoods they're going to were identified as having at least several shooting incidents. These forums started in October and happen once a month through May. At that point, the group will reassess trends in violence and go from there for future planning. Now, during these talks, leaders work with neighbors to come up with what needs to happen to make them and their area feel more safe. The larger goal of all of this, of course, is to get more people on board with the mission of actively stopping gun violence and letting people in this neighborhood know that their voice is heard. I'll have more on this tonight at 10. Live in Champaign, Emily Braun, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Emily, thanks. Now, the Community Coalition is helped by the city of Champaign, but it serves the greater Champaign-Urbana area. Right now, gun violence is one of its biggest concerns, but the group also works to address other critical needs of families and children in the community. It's back to the drawing board for Champaign School District. Leaders had proposed swapping students between Garden Hills and International Prep Academies, but ran into backlash from parents and teachers. The superintendent's expected to make a presentation at tonight's school board meeting, but it won't include the school swap. The district proposed the idea in order to expand its dual language program. Many parents said it wouldn't be fair to uproot their kids, and teachers said it wouldn't solve enrollment and academic achievement gaps. That's something the superintendent says the district is focused on.
So really trying to look deeply into how do the African American students feel on our campuses, how do our families, how do they feel in terms of their experience with our schools, what are the other things that we can look at to help close that achievement gap.
She says the district plans to make recommendations for next school year based on the study. The district expects to make a decision about space issues at IPA by the end of February.
This is a follow-up for you now. Preparations for asbestos removal at Teutopolis High School started today. It comes despite a parent petition against it. The high school is getting ready to demolish the 1929 and 1940 wings, but they need an asbestos abatement before they can start. More than 400 people signed a petition for them to move the abatement to the summer. The actual removal will start in a few weeks as crews continue to prep the building.
It's going to be easier to get to the Windy City, which airport is set to add flights to and from O'Hare.
And also tonight, the Illini are on a 3-game win streak, and now in second place in the Big Ten. How the team is actually getting recognized for it.
And we are recognizing some chilly temperatures out there tonight. So let's recap today. We actually did have a 37-degree high, which is above normal. We're at normally the coldest point of the year is here when we get to about mid-January. And we've got some of that cold coming our way here. We don't have a lot of sunshine in the forecast this week, I got to tell you. But the snow and the rain, it's going to be returning along with some big-time cold. We'll talk about it next.